Hundreds of Palestinians and their allies took to the streets of downtown Chicago Sunday afternoon to show their support to their homeland.
We're out here again to raise our voice, to make a very clear message. We stand with our people back in Palestine, that we're behind them 100%.
They didn't have that level of aggression with me. They didn't have it. This would have never happened with me either. You know what wouldn't have happened? Ukraine wouldn't have happened. Taiwan and all this tough talk with Taiwan wouldn't have happened. And what's going on with Israel right now, people were shocked. I wasn't shocked because 2 weeks ago we gave them $6 billion.
Hey there guys, welcome to the channel. So I want to talk about an absolute total bombshell that President Donald Trump just dropped right smack dab on the face of Joe Biden's presidency. And if anyone is even remotely paying attention, this has got to absolutely end the guy. Now, I'm about to show you this clip, but guys, please share and please like this video so we can get it out to as many people as possible. People have got to see this. You know, we cannot let the unrest and the turmoil that is going on in our world right now continue. And that's exactly what status quo and business as usual here at home is doing. So please share this. People have got to see that. And thanks to all you guys that have already been subscribing and leaving such great comments. Very, very much appreciate you guys. So here's where we're at. President Donald Trump was in Iowa over the weekend, and that's where basically he was when everyone found out about the illegal Hamas attacks on Israeli civilians, not on Israeli military, but on Israeli civilian targets. And he obviously had a lot to say about how he and how his administration handled Hamas and how they handled the Israeli-Palestinian situation. And one thing he said was that he believed, and I believe he's right, that there was absolutely zero chance that this would have happened under his administration. While at the same time, he really spent his time going line by line through the Biden administration and just proving and exposing their absolute dangerous incompetency. And take a look at this, guys. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, but have a look at this.
That must and will be crushed, it has to be dealt with very powerfully. This is a time where the United States needs leadership. We don't have leadership. But Israel is at war, and the United States obviously is going to stick with Israel, and strongly. The war happened for two reasons. The United States is giving and gave to Iran $6 billion, $6 billion, over hostages. And, you know, there was a very good trade. They got 5 hostages. We got 5 hostages. Okay, that's the good news. The bad news is, and their hostages were tough, by the way, I have to tell you. That was, okay, let's assume they're doing just fine. But it was 5 for 5. But in addition to that, we agreed to free up $6 billion. And that is an absolute disaster. And I would not be at all surprised if part of that tremendous wealth that they just accumulated went into all of a sudden watching this level of aggression. They didn't have that level of aggression with me. They didn't have it. This would have never happened with me either. You know what wouldn't have happened? Ukraine wouldn't have happened. Taiwan and all this tough talk with Taiwan wouldn't have happened. And what's going on with Israel right now, people were shocked. I wasn't shocked because 2 weeks ago we gave them $6 billion. Think of it. So we get 5, they get 5, but the difference is we have to give $6 billion. $6 billion! Does anyone know what a billion is? $6 billion. It's like it's water. And we have now, our country is a perceived, you know, we're really a country that's looked at with this tremendous perceived weakness with a grossly incompetent and corrupt president. He's an incompetent man.
So look, man, we have people of all understanding and all opinions on this channel, okay? And regardless of whether you support Donald Trump or are a believer in everything that the relentless propaganda machine has spread about the man, it doesn't matter. You know, regardless of all that, it would be hard to argue with even one thing that he just said right there. And if you ask me, he is 100% completely spot on, because here's the simple math, guys. When the United States had a leader that the world respects, maybe even feared, you know, probably a little from column A, a little from column B, if we're being honest. Well, things were just running. You know, the world turns and everything moves forward and everything works basically as it's supposed to. But when we have a leader that no one respects and even fewer people than that fear, well, this is the kind of thing that happens, man. You end up bending over backwards to appease and capitulate to rogue states that literally sponsor terrorism and openly call for your destruction. You literally encourage them to kidnap your citizens, to bilk you for even more money that they're going to use in even more attacks against you and your interests. These are the kind of things that happens. We should not be surprised. And, you know, it's not just right-wing crazy talk to believe it. In my opinion, man, that's exactly what's happening here, man. It's like Gotham without Batman. And all the comic book villains of the world right now are coming out of the darkness. And it's all thanks to Joe Biden and American weakness. You know, President Joe Biden. I still can't believe those words go together. But, you know, here's the thing I believe. The only world leaders that are living in fear right now are the ones that just happen to call themselves the allies of America. But that's just my take, guys. Let me know yours in the comments. And please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. We'll see you in the next one.